Thanks for joining us. In today's live stream,
Yeah, what are we going to talk about?
I guess I should get that list that I made.
Free dog.
I know,
Our
right?
weekly free dog post.
Yes.
Nobody's taken us up on it yet. Nobody's watching. So lonely.
It's not showing up on mine. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Got one like.
That's fine. Okay, well, now we can at least chat. Will you hold this so I can
I
get
will
the
hold
list?
this.
Hey, Rebel Canners, how are you?
Yo!
Thanks for coming.
What's up? You guys doing well? I don't know, is it still in the car? Well prepared. Oh, Ricky D says hello.
Hello. Is it?
Anyway, so, yep.
I was gonna ask if like you can move back and the tripod can move this way. You know what I mean? So we're already starting to move. The only pieces of furniture that are left at this house are this couch, our kitchen table, which is holding our brooders, and the bed upstairs. So like the coffee table that we usually stream from,
That's gone.
the stand and our TV down here, TV in the bedroom gone, the dresser that we use gone, like the one shelf that we had is gone.
Pepper.
So, Good made jelly today. Yum! What kind of jelly? We picked a crap load of strawberries yesterday, and oh my god.
For the first time, like, we've
Ever,
had a
yeah,
crop ever.
right. And
And they were so delicious.
yeah, it's sort of like, hey, good job growing strawberries for 3 years. Just gonna leave us behind? Is that how you feel? And we're like, oh, sorry, yes.
Are we? We're not going to dig them up. We should dig them up.
Well, hello, creepy farmer.
I think that's talking
Oh,
about me.
from when you were all super zoomed. Hello, style and hair farmer. When will y'all be fully moved? So our
June 1st.
well, before that, because our friends move into this house
June
on
1st.
June 1st, and we need at least a day to clean and paint. So,
At least.
at least.
Are we going to have somebody come in to clean?
Well, I was thinking once we get all the furniture out, we could see like how messy it really is, and either we clean or we pay somebody. Cause
I think we pay somebody.
yeah, I know. Cause like as we're moving, like those dust bunnies that were under the TV stand that we couldn't see are now exposed. But if I like clean those as we go, maybe we could get away with doing it
Hey,
ourselves.
We want to make sure.
Peanuts, peppers, hello. Yeah. No, I mean it'll need to be cleaned.
Yeah, no, not a few more. Well, so when we move, our friends are going to be living here. They're going to help take care of our animals until we are completely ready to move everybody over there. So they will be our caretakers for a while. And so it will probably be another month or two before we're fully set up over there. But like, did we talk about the chickens last week? I forget.
I forget. Did we tell you that we sold a bunch of chickens?
A bunch. We sold like 90% of our laying flock in a fire sale for $10 each. And so we only have like
We have the chickens that
we only have like 120 chickens left.
the chickens that we kept that are currently outside, like not on our kitchen table, because I don't feel like those really count. We
Those
have
chicks.
all the chickens from the egg swap
Mhm.
and Norman.
Mhm.
And then we have our silk white Easter eggers, our Morans. and
Morans are
outside.
Morans are outside,
And the I am Samanis.
and the silkies.
And the silkies. We got rid of so many chickens though.
So many.
So
Yes.
hopefully we'll have what's ready for the chicken village set up soon. I mean,
Yeah.
soon, in a month or two. But you think we'll be finished with the barn?
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff in between now and barn that I'm trying to get done. So I'm building for our friend who has ducks. She got them, and then she asked me like, how should I set it up? And I was like, well, ducks are pretty gross. She was like, they are?
Yeah.
They are gross?
Yeah, they're super gross.
And it only took like a week of having them to be like, John, these ducks are gross. Please help me build something for them. So she bought a little coop, and she has a little man-made pond. So what we're going to do is we're going to build an enclosed structure. We are building. So they basically have a run that goes a little bit on land and then also into the water, basically so that they'll have a source of fresh water year round.
And they probably won't muck it up as fast as if it was like a kiddie pool.
No, it's a pretty big pond, so they won't be able to muck it up. I think she has like 6, but so basically, we're building it out of wood, and then it's going to have plastic, small chicken wire all along the bottom part that's going to be underwater as well as on the bottom, so that they can't like dip out and get out of it.
Hopefully.
They won't be able to. So, yeah, that way it's not like
Carlton.
metal that rusts. It's just plastic. And yeah.
So Rocky Creek Home. Oh my goodness, is this a spam call?
Are we gonna get a spam call live?
I haven't had a spam call in so long. I missed them. Hello.
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 Hi, can I speak to Catherine?
Speaking.
Hi, this is Britt. I'm calling from Pump 24 Richmond. How are you?
Oh, you're good, but not interested in joining the gym. Thanks.
Oh, okay. Are you over there?
What?
No, I
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so whenever we get spam calls, like the India people who try to just like steal your social security number, I always try to like chat them up and distract them and like kind of bother them
Waste their time a little bit.
and waste their time. Yeah, because I figured every minute that they spend on the phone with me, they're not scamming some like grandmother out of her like life savings.
Hear that, Joanne?
Uh, so, but with COVID going on, I haven't gotten any spam calls in like
A couple weeks.
a couple weeks, and I don't miss them, but like I miss messing with them. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Rocky Creek Homestead said those are some true friends. It's hard enough to find people to care for your animals after a week of going out of town.
Well, they're renting our house for the next year, so they're going to be living here,
And they're also true friends.
and they are also true friends. But they're not.
They're getting a reduction in
rent.
rent
Yeah.
for the time that they're going to help us take care of the animals. So it's sort of like a win-win because it'll help them save up a little bit more money because they're getting married next year. We're so excited for them. And it takes a little bit of pressure off of, construction manager John.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And it is a good deal for both of us. So that because like they're going to be living here anyway, they do want like some experience with the farm animals. Like she said that she's excited to like be an adoptive alpaca mom
Yeah.
for a little while. So that's kind of cool.
And maybe we'll leave the puppy too.
I love. She might like that.
Yeah, she might until she realizes what a little savage the puppy is.
Which that reminds me. So we need to also fence for the dogs.
Yes.
We need to figure out that other fence.
Put it on the list.
We should write a list.
You want to write a list now?
I don't think we should write a list.
Oh, okay.
Anywho, so what else?
I said, why did you pick up? Because I wanted to talk to the scammers. That's a big comment. Can you read that? It hasn't moved over here yet.
I asked them what color underwear to prank callers, and they usually hang up the phone.
Oh, I was like, what color underwear? Mr. Orange, what color to prank callers and they usually hang up so at least I don't feel rude hanging up myself. That's funny. John usually plays farting sounds. He'll like Google.
On the computer, on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, he'll like Google for fart sounds and then like he'll try to have like a normal conversation with them and like blasting farts in the background. It's super funny.
There was one time, though, I picked up and I messed with the guy, and then he got really upset.
Yeah, they
And it was
do
like, UMF, I'm going to come over there and like
awful things.
all kinds of
Yeah.
awful things. Yeah.
So, okay, house progress.
Well, allegedly we're done. Last time I was there, the meter was still hanging off the wall. But I guess we don't need to be in a rush to get that back on. I don't know whose responsibility that is. But Anywho, so allegedly the contractor's all done. He's just got to send us an updated itemized invoice. But so we, like Kat had said, we'd start moving stuff over there already. We had a cleaner over again today to hopefully do the last round of cleaning, get all that dust out there because so much sheetrock dust, wild. And Kat is really, really allergic to dust, so having that kind of stuff around is not gonna work.
Yeah, it's hard to do like a large scale sweep up of just dust. I like have a full blown asthma attack, so.
Yeah. So that's no good. But it is exciting. I actually,
Hey, Whiskey and Sunshine Off Grid, how are you?
I stayed there last night, me and Pebbles, because we did a very late load of stuff. And so I spent first night up there in the new house.
How'd it go?
It was okay.
Was it spooky?
It was a little spooky. Because,
Yeah.
Because there's nobody up there really, and it's dark and quiet.
Yeah, we need some exterior lights.
We need some lights.
Yeah, in general, right.
Yeah. And we don't have a certificate of occupancy, but that's because it was with a upgrade to 200 amp service. They don't give you a certificate of occupancy. So
You said breathing is important. LOL, I've had allergies too.
very important.
My in-laws, John's parents, have a cat, and every time we go over there, like for dinner, by the end of the night, I'm like, super fun.
Pepper's very concerned.
Yeah, it's hard. After building works, dust is inevitable for so long. Yeah, we're trying to get like most of the dust on like the main floor and like the bedroom area under control. But above the bedroom, there's that loft, and
Yeah.
John said he looked up there, and it was just like,
Sheetrock Central.
yeah. So that's fun.
Yes, we'll have to go in there.
Oh, cats.
Yeah.
Cats are tricky. So they're like, because they lick themselves. I don't know. My dad also used to have a cat, and I would go out and see him and stay with him, and it would be like for a week, and I would die. And then he also had feather pillows, so I would go to bed at night and like just be like surrounded by allergens. And, like super fun.
Very sensitive.
Chris is Clever Craft. Hello, how are you? So you just move in and the town doesn't care. That's right? The town doesn't care.
Yeah, we own the house. We do whatever we want.
Yeah, I think the certificate of occupancy is.
There's probably we probably don't have a certificate of occupancy for the house because they were both built before there were building regulations in the state of Connecticut. So it was a similar thing for this house. I don't think there's a certificate of occupancy for this house because it was also built before building regulations.
You think?
Yeah, because I think when I called the town, last year about all this.
Simply Jan, hello, how are you?
So.
Yeah, this house, because it was built before zoning requirements, now the setback from the front of the street is, 50 feet or?
Yeah, I think so.
This house is built like
30 feet.
right up onto the street, so it's like enough to park a car in front of the house, but like other than that, so when we're like moving things out from the upstairs, we're basically like
Dropping them out the
tossing
window.
things out the window right into the truck and then like poof, scooching right away. Do you have designer's tree renovation? So we didn't do that kind of renovation. The renovations that we did was like upgrading the electrical, so we have 200 amp service and like doing some plumbing repairs.
Really just like necessary
Yeah, the basics.
repairs.
But
Because the house had been vacant for like 8 years. So, but luckily, supposedly it was winterized. So as far as we know, no burst pipes or anything like that.
Oh, we've been using the water.
Yeah.
So, but no, so eventually we're gonna have to redo the kitchen and the bathroom, but that's like probably a year or two away. Like we're gonna rock the like mint green laminate countertops for a
Yeah,
while.
it's like got wallpaper countertops.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? That like contact paper that you put
Yeah,
like,
no,
inside of drawers.
I think that's what it is.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's probably a wood countertop with that on top.
You think?
That would be my guess.
Yeah.
We can make a bet, and then when we rip it all out.
Yeah. It's gonna be a look for a while,
Yeah.
but.
Farmer Steve, what's up?
What's up? Okay, house progress, is that everything on the house?
We might need a new water
Anne
heater.
asked if we're gonna need help this weekend. One day probably.
Yeah, I think it also
Which
depends
day?
on what your schedule is.
Yeah, Saturday would be better for me. What day are you gonna go work at Eileen's?
Saturday.
Saturday,
I don't know.
maybe.
Well, it's supposed to be sunny for like the next still week, right?
I know. Sorry, everything is fine. I'm a chronic overreactor. Like literally, like nothing will happen. That's how
I almost
react.
tripped yesterday.
No, like leaving for H&R Block.
Yeah.
You like stubbed a toe, and I was like, and my mom does it too. And that's where I get it. We'll be driving, and someone will come like nowhere near us, and it's the same. Anyways.
It's a very exciting
Sorry.
life.
I know.
I will tell you that.
Everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
And so Saturday works for them. Let's do Saturday.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Maybe we could start putting things into their places.
There you go.
You could just spend time getting punched by the puppy.
You can do that any day.
I'm gonna watch that reaction on the replay because I've never like seen it. I just live it. You get to see it
It's
like
something.
literally every day.
I do.
The other thing
That
that'll
was-
happen is John will be driving and like he'll hit the brakes, but I'll be like looking at my phone. It's just, like I have issues. Okay.
Just overreact sometimes.
We're congratulating Bomber Steve. Oh, well,
Thank you.
going well here, guys. Packing and getting ready to move into the new house. Septic starts to go in today. You might want to have that
Yeah, you want
set
that
before
settled.
you move. I don't know.
Yeah. Can I help you?
Victor, are you lurking in the chat?
Here's our pup date.
I know. Can you take this?
Can I? Oh, Victor?
Yeah.
She's so nice.
I know.
Not annoying at all.
Are you lurking?
Oh, God.
Is that him? He said LOL. Look, we're telling you, we got your dog right here.
Got your dog right here. Yeah.
It's a trial dog. You can test drive her for as long as you want.
And I hear that there's an offer for rent reduction if you take this dog. Clearly did not get enough exercise today. Hey, stop that. Stop that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Septic tank was looking like a hole in the ground. Well, I guess that's half the battle,
Yeah,
right?
step one is whole.
Right. Here's Victor.
Not
oh
telling
wow!
Jess that
Not
one?
telling Jess. I'm gonna text her. Are we frozen? Oh no, I just paused it on my.
I'm gonna need to do something with this.
We put it outside. Pebbles, you wanna go outside? You wanna go too, Big Beef? Oh.
All dogs wanna go outside? Let's go.
So, how is everybody else's day going? Hot here today. It's like almost 80. Scorching. Hot everywhere else too. Could you grab my laptop cord while you're kicked out? Over there. Oh, sorry. I tried to like whip it over the thing and it instead blew up. When I drive a dog crazy, ask them if they want to go outside. Or you know what the word that really triggers the dogs is if we say, well,
Ready.
hello, but I was thinking ready. Because like whenever we go somewhere, it's like, okay, ready? Like just to each other. And they're like,
Cat says to me, ready? And Pepper goes,
yeah, she's like, babe, I was born ready. Let's go. She's so funny. I'm excited for her to come to.
do you think this is gonna be our last live here?
Probably, yeah. Because I think if we can move the couch this weekend or one day this week. Okay. What else is on the list?
The emu thing on the porch?
Yeah.
I saw it. I looked at it today.
How did it look?
It looked good.
Nice and straight, right?
Very nice.
I tried my hardest to not like Aquarius that up.
Did a great job.
Thank you.
So we have an enclosed porch off the back.
Simply Jan, where are you that it's been raining there for days? It hasn't rained here for days, weeks.
And Kat and Joanne went the other day and sort of fenced it in. So we're going to use that as a little brooding pen for the emus because they're getting a little claustrophobic where they're at. So it'd be nice to give them plenty of space that they can run around all the time
Safely.
safely, and also where they can poop where it's not in an enclosed, super enclosed area. So that'll be nice. They poop a lot.
So, and one of the chicken coops here is completely empty, which is like one of the big chicken coops. Jeffrey's old coop, for those who are familiar. Missouri. Interesting. So one of the chicken runs is completely empty. Coop is completely empty. So yesterday we brought the emus out to the run because it's fully fenced in for chickens, so it's super safe for emus as well. And I think they had a good time outside. They were like a little bit nervous, and by the end of the day, they were a little bit hot. But where they're going is like totally in the shade, so I think it'll be
much nicer for them. Yeah. That way they can be outside, have much more room to walk around. I'm sure they'll be much happier. So.
Hi, Sweet Pea. Michelle.
I got your sticker on my toolbox, by the way. Sweet. I like stickers.
Mulberry Branch, what up? Ashley, are you going live after us? What?
Do you think Anakin fulfilled the prophecy in Return of the Jedi? Do you know what any of those words are?
I know what Jedi is. And Return of the Jedi was one of the movies, right?
Yeah.
Anakin must have been a character in one of those movies.
Darth Vader.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why would you call him Anakin instead?
Because that's his real name.
Darth Vader.
That's his real name.
So did he? Is that an
I don't know.
opinion
I don't
thing
remember.
or a fact thing?
I don't know. I don't remember what the. I'm sure that's a spam thing, but that's okay. Interesting question. Talk to me about Lord of the Rings.
And call me when it's over. Call me when it's over. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably get demonetized for that. Did you find more land? I'm really behind on channels. Yes, we're moving to 40 acres about 40 minutes from here in 2 weeks.
40 acres in 40 minutes.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Michelle also isn't into Lord of the Rings.
Well, that's okay because Bomber Steve paints Lord of the Rings 28mm figures. So, me and Steve are gonna go hang out.
I'm gonna say this with nothing but love in my heart for you, Bomber Steve, but nerd alert, nerd alert.
Why don't you go smell your flowers?
Listen, my flowers pay the bills.
Do they?
Kind of. Okay. Emu porch moving. We sort of already talked about. Oh, getting everything planted.
Getting everything planted.
So last weekend, somebody contacted John on Facebook, somebody from town, and said, like, hey, do you guys ever need help on the farm? We have a 13-year-old son, and he's really helpful at, like, mulching, weeding, the yada yadas.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, think about it, blah, blah, blah. And now we're like, we're trying to get everything planted here because we're going to garden here this year, even though we're moving because there's nowhere to garden there because we still need to get all, like, the trees.
So imagine you have a priority list, and there's 30 things on it, and all of them are number 1. And then there's a candle, and it's burning at 2 ends, but then there's also like 6 other ends. So we're burning the candle at 6 ends with a 30 item priority list, and they're all number 1. So it's difficult to get like all this stuff done.
So I was trying to like figure out, because I have like I set up the seedling sale and I'm like keeping the greenhouse watered as best as I can, but the sky doesn't water the greenhouse, so I have like a little bit of a hard time keeping up on it.
Well, it also hasn't rained, so even like stuff outside, so you're doing a good job.
Thanks. So finally I was like, oh my god, like we need to weed the blueberries, we need to mulch the blueberries, we need to weed the raspberries, we need to mulch the raspberries, we gotta get all the dahlias into the ground. So we had him come over and he helped from 8 to 1:30, and oh my god.
We got so much done.
It was such a lifesaver to have so much help.
Yeah.
Because like we could work on something together and John could be like setting us up for the next task. So like we were weeding together and then he would start mulching and I would go weed the next area and then he would chase me to mulch, and by then John had set up the compost holes for the dahlias And then I went and while he was mulching the second area, I was going and like setting all the dahlias because I wanted to try to plant them in a gradient. We'll see how that went.
Yeah.
And then he sunk all those. We sold a couple chickens, and then I dragged all the rest of the dahlias, all the ones that I saved, over to the far side. And then he came over and we smashed those into the ground. And then oh my God, we got so much done.
Yeah.
And it felt so good to have done. It's like such a relief for me because I kept thinking like we don't even have our tomatoes into the ground.
Yeah.
We don't have any kale in the ground. What are we going to do without all the kale?
What would we do without all that kale?
So I feel really good. The movies, since it's both Peter Jackson but different, we think.
So my preference, I didn't like The Hobbit. I like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, especially because they didn't use CGI for all of the orcs and stuff. When they did that for The Hobbit, I just totally lost it, man. It was just
Hi, Nathan.
no good for me. But
Which of the animals eat the kale? The emus do
emus
eat
eat the
it,
kale, but also chickens.
and the chickens eat it.
Yeah.
And last summer we did some juicing.
We did.
We'll see if we can get back on
Yeah.
that. Plus, you and Rick ate it.
Yeah.
They ate a ton of kale.
And yes, Joanne the young man did get paid.
Yeah. And I went and helped my mom today. We planted 8 bushes and 14 perennials, plus 50 seedlings. No, half of a 72 tray. 30 something seedlings. So good. Do you think the downfall of The Hobbit was due to the rushed production then?
No, I just didn't like it. With all the CGI, I was not a big fan.
You speaking of rushed CGI production though, Cats the movie where they like didn't finish the hands. Did everybody like
They
hear
didn't
about
finish
that?
the hands?
No, apparently they like fired the CGI animator like 9/10 of the way through, and they like hadn't finished like photoshopping out like the actors' hands into paws,
Nice.
and it was like super freaky, and apparently like the whole world went crazy about it.
Well, it's like when they released the first Sonic the Hedgehog live action movie
I
trailer.
heard that was a abysmal disaster.
Well, so they did the trailer, and then they like people freaked out because it had
and they
like
didn't release the movie,
human.
right?
No, they
Oh,
did,
they
but
did.
they redid
Oh, okay.
the way that Sonic
Yeah,
looked.
it's funny.
It is funny.
They messed with the storyline of The Hobbit too much, but then they had to make it more movie suitable. LOTR was much better.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we talk about sports for a while?
Sure. So the Jets got a new quarterback with the second pick in the draft. Zach Wilson's his name. Played at BYU. He's a no-name quarterback. The Jets are probably going to do the exact same thing that they do all the time and just lose. And there's always next year.
Bye, Simply Jan. Enjoy your supper. Thanks for coming by for sports talk and Lord of the Rings talk radio. Talk YouTube. Talk Tube.
Talk to
Podcast. Like
podcast. We should start a podcast.
Go Chiefs.
Podcast.
Who are the Chiefs?
Kansas City. Kansas City Chiefs.
How are these Dolphins looking for next season? Go Fins.
I have no idea.
Got Miami though.
Being a Jets fan has sort of made me not like football anymore. So I didn't watch or listen to any of the games last year. Just I listened to the Michael Kay show on ESPN. But other than that, that's about it.
Show Polish chicks.
Polish chicks.
Should I get?
Sure. So we got in
Here, hold this. For a second.
our order of Polish chickens. They're super cute. You should check out the pictures we have when we first got them. They were so small and they have little puffballs on their heads.
I only posted one picture to Instagram, and I don't know what my problem was.
I don't know what your problem was either.
Worst social media manager ever.
Yeah, seriously. Horrible.
Where is it here?
Yeah. Or did we show them last time?
I don't know. Have you guys seen the Polish chicks before? What do some of those comments say?
I agree with CGI. Yeah, Lord of the Rings stuff.
Oh.
And being a Lions fan. Yeah, Lions fan's pretty tough. Can't believe Megatron retired so early. And now they traded Matthew Stafford That's rough. Candling eggs for the first time. Any
Hey.
suggestions? There's a real question.
How many days have they been in the incubator? That determines like what exactly you're looking for.
Yeah,
Love the little cotton ball on top of his head.
yeah.
Rick Dorman, what a cutie.
Do it when it's as dark as possible.
Yeah, or
That
like
makes it
be
way
under a
easier.
blanket.
Yeah, or under a blanket. Catherine likes to not wait.
Well, because I go to sleep before it gets dark.
That's true.
So I have to I make myself a little blanket fort and candle. But it should be, I mean, if it's like a normal light colored chicken egg,
Should be
it
pretty easy.
should be pretty easy. As long, like, if you're past day, what is it, 7 or something?
7,
yeah,
yeah,
you
that-
should be able to see veins and
That's
stuff.
usually the first spot.
We got one
So.
other variety. Which
Oh no, incubator. A broody buff Orpington has been sitting on the eggs
interesting.
for how many days? It didn't show up. Boop boop. Boop boop. Oh, 7 days. Yeah, perfect.
Perfect.
Well, good luck. Hoping for we haven't had luck brooding chickens underneath hens. So,
Because
good luck.
I feel like the problem with doing it underneath hens, at least with what happens with us, is they'll like kick out certain eggs. You know, because like they think they're not developing or whatever, and then there's eggs that are like potentially bloody, like in your mix,
Yeah.
and then they'll put in other eggs, and then they're all at a different, rate of days.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of chicklet this one is?
Could be a silver. I think it's a silver laced Polish. I think we have one of those. So.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so we have, for each one of these, I think we have 2 boys and 10 girls, allegedly. Something like that. Right?
Yep.
Or was it more?
Nope. 2 and 10.
2 and 10.
I mean, they sent a couple extra boys.
Yeah.
I want this puppy cheek one too.
Puffy cheek one. I don't know which one that is.
I don't either. Oh, maybe the malted Houdan.
Modeled Houdin. Houdin.
Look at how cute this little chick is. Rob Poley, hello. We were talking about you a minute ago.
Were we?
Can't remember.
I don't think so.
Oh, we were talking about the cat. Lucy.
Hope Lucy's doing okay.
Bloop. Whoop. So don't bloop John with my face.
3 eyes. Yeah. They are cute. They are cute.
But they're about ready to be out of the kitchen, right?
Yes.
So, I have a very protective mama. Hatched out 4 chicks. She killed the last one. Ugh.
Yikes.
Yeah, one of our farm friend, Lily, she put her silky chicks underneath her silky hen because her silky hen has been sitting on eggs for like ages. And her silky hen like refuses to get off, but apparently none of the eggs are fertile or fertilized or whatever the problem is.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh my god, if I don't give this silky like a reason to get up from this nest, she's
Never
gonna
gonna
die.
leave. Yeah.
So,
Where are the chicks going at the new house? So I believe we are going to take our tower brooder and stick it on the porch where the emus are going and put them out there. Because it's warm enough now that with the heat lamp and outside.
and they're also
should be fine.
older.
Yeah,
Because like, what are they, like two weeks old by now?
a week.
A week.
Feels like 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, but they'll go on the porch with the emu and that stacked brooder tower.
Yeah,
Guys
it
are
was
ready to
exciting.
move.
Just got a lot to do between then and now.
Yeah.
So,
How many chicks are there? Less,
70?
yeah,
70?
right. Something like that.
Something like that.
And here, everybody can either tell, you want to take votes? We'll do an informal poll. Okay. On the incubating.
On the incubating. Oh,
Chris's clever craft, yes. That says monetized?
yeah.
And the rubber band was blocking it. Yeah, we are. Sorry. So okay, so here's my quandary, right? We had a huge laying flock. We got rainbow eggs, all the different colors, blue, dark brown, white, cream, greens, everything. So we sold basically all of our laying hens. Make sure that when I watch Felipe, yes, thank you for watching.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny that now you can't tell just based on ads.
Right, because they
Whether or
started
not
putting
they're
ads between other
monetized.
people.
But yes, we are, and we appreciate it. Thank you
We
very
do
much.
appreciate it. Yes, thank you.
But also, I mean, if you don't have time to watch an ad,
Yeah, no big deal.
skip through it. If you don't, it's not gonna. We're not making big money on
Yeah,
YouTube.
we'd much rather have you in here chatting with us
Yeah.
than
Okay, so anyway, we sold all of our laying flock. We have left 7 dozen,
I think more than that, like 9.
between 7 and 9 dozen eggs. And that will be our last shot ever at getting eggs fertilized by like our old flock. So I'm voting that we incubate all of those eggs because some of them won't hatch and half of them will be roosters. So if we want to like recreate our old laying flock,
Which I didn't think we wanted to do necessarily.
but it was in the plan in the chicken village.
Yeah, but then that plan changed.
Yeah. So please leave your comments. Vote here, vote now. Should we
Well, so-
incubate all of those eggs?
So here's what I said. I said let's incubate 4 dozen.
So if we incubate 4 dozen and half of them don't hatch, because that's about what we were, right? That's 2 dozen. And then half of them will be roosters. That's 1 dozen. That's 12 chickens. No, no.
Sounds good.
Okay, I need somebody here. Food Forest Permaculture, say yes. Please.
You see what Ann said, right?
Stop incubating until after your move.
High five, Ann.
But Anne, this is our only chance. Like we can't do it afterwards. You know, thank you. I vote incubation. Yes, Sunny's place. Yes, do it. Yes, newbie steaders. Yes. This is where our mod squad comes in, like big time.
Okay, so it's been great going live with all of you. We'll see you.
Mod squad in the house. No, we've clearly made the right decisions. Yes?
I'm not going to say anything for the rest of the live.
Agree with Anne. Okay, well, I don't know. Do you get 2 votes in the Dorman household?
Yeah.
Right. That's exactly what I said. Newbie Setter said it would be different if you could do it later, but we have a closing window. I mean, the window's basically closed, right? We either do it or we don't. It's binary. Yes or no. Make your choice.
But we could do like a little bit.
12 chickens,
But then why did we even sell them?
so that we didn't have to move them immediately.
I would have rather just moved them. I thought the idea was like, let's not get a big laying flock again. That literally is what we talked about. Not having a big laying flock.
To move.
No. We're gonna take out 2 dozen eggs. We're not doing over 100 eggs.
2 dozen eggs will only be like 6 chickens. Happy
Great.
wife, happy life.
Listen. You look out the window at our backyard. That's happy
I know,
wife,
I
happy
am
life.
happy.
You look at our kitchen here. Happy wife, happy life. I live by happy wife, happy life. And listen, if I say no, she's gonna incubate them anyway.
If I was going to incubate them anyway, I would have brought them up with me last night at 9 o'clock at night and plugged in the incubator.
Well, listen, you're not living there yet. The second you live there and have access to all of this,
But then the eggs will be old by then, and we won't be able to do it. See, Anne's coming around. Then why fight it? Just accept your 9 dozen new chicks.
no.
Favorite person in the house. And you have 21 days plus feathering out to build the chicken village.
But we don't have anywhere to brood them.
Should we get the tower and the
And
porch
there's gonna be a million.
and these stock tanks? Peer pressure. Peer pressure. So we're gonna set up the egg cooler and just sell all those eggs. All right. New start, a new town. Exactly. New start, new chicks.
In our new town.
new town, new chicks, new start, new everything. It's all new. We'll see.
Just buy me a tractor and you can do whatever you want.
Buy you a tractor. It's like your thing will cost $15,000. My thing will
So like
literally
25.
cost nothing.
25.
Okay. Your thing will cost $25,000. My thing will cost nothing. It's free. And we can sell some of the chicks.
Be able to pull stumps out of the ground for you. Think of all the flower gardens you can have.
Large rubber tote. Works.
See, newbie setter, see, you're coming around. I'm starting to like you again.
No, I totally want him to have a tractor. We honestly don't have the money right now. It's not like you could buy a tractor if we had the money. We just don't. You were looking like a shark.
Yeah.
Bottom.
There you go, chicks for a tractor.
It's not an even
And
trade.
everybody's happy. Happy husband, happy buzzband.
Well, I want my husband to be happy, but Cluck Norris.
I'm not saying anything for the rest of the live, so it's on you. I need to get my water. Would you like your water?
No, I'm fine, thank
That's
you.
good.
Here, you dropped a quarter. This will help you with the tractor. You're 1/1000th of a percentage of the way there with this quarter.
Why don't you take it? Happy wife, happy life.
This quarter?
Yeah.
This is all I need to incubate all those chicks. It's like a vending machine. Put it in, 9 dozen chicks plop out. Did everybody see those strawberries that we grew on Instagram? Very cool. And I'm definitely not wearing the same shirt that I took that picture in yesterday. Slept in it. Gardened in it.
Oh!
Oh,
Yeah!
Newbie Standers, thank you. Tractor
Love
fun.
that.
So honestly, I thank you.
Yes.
Like 10,000 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll name the tractor the Newbie Standard tractor. But I told John, I said, listen, any side hustle money that you can earn, you put into a little John piggy bank and tractor fund it up. So he's getting ready to, he's going to build this thing for Eileen, the duck run. That's going to be $350, right?
Yep.
Tractor fund. That $20, tractor fund. So we got to start keeping track. I think
Start keeping track.
we have some schmutz. That was just general schmutz. I thought it might have been
General
a
schmutz.
tick. And if you build the fancy coop for those guys, that'll be tractor fund. So you just gotta earn it.
I'm going. But it's not just for fun.
No, I know it's not. It'll be very helpful. Large portion helpful, small portion fun.
Oh yeah, no, there definitely is a fun element of it, but if we can get
Welcome
a
back to
tractor
Mulberry Branch Farm.
that can help remove stumps from the ground,
That'll be super helpful.
right?
I'm not saying that a tractor
No, no.
won't be helpful.
I know. But you're saying chicks expensive, tractor
Right,
expensive.
right.
Anywho, thank you, newbie setters. We greatly
Yeah,
appreciate
huge
that.
thank you. Favorite. Okay, Cluck Norris.
So, we hatched a long time ago. Dogs are in the front. We hatched. You want to get 'em?
Yeah.
So we hatched out. Well, we bought a dozen I Am Samani hatching eggs, and I think only a few of them actually hatched. 3 of them actually hatched. Thank you. And then they didn't quite make it. We ended up with just 1 hen that was originally in our with our what you call it, the Silk White Easter eggers. But then our farm friend Lily actually had an I Am Samani rooster, so that she was looking to get rid of because she had a couple of them, and they weren't quite getting along. So she
Love Shack. And she laid her first egg literally the day before he arrived with us. So perfect timing.
perfect timing.
And he's such a handsome boy. So
He's a handsome boy.
in like the I Am Samani world, there's all this chatter about like perfection. Because apparently, so I Am Samanis have got black skin, black like toes, black beak, black eyes, black comb, black feathers.
Black blood.
Really?
Everything's black
Their eggs aren't black though.
except for the eggs.
Hey Bug Farmer, how's it going? So it's apparently really easy to get like bad genetics. It's called a fibro gene that makes everything black. And apparently that gene is very unstable, so it's super easy to end up with, they call it like,
Leakage?
mulberry. Yeah, well, like, so when the comb is red, it's like a mulberry bleed through. But like the feathers can grow in like brownish or whitish.
Right.
But
So it's one of those things where there's a standard of perfection for the breed, and for the most part, people who breed them are like really
serious.
they're really serious and persnickety about
Kind
it.
of mean.
They are. I would say maybe a little pretentious. Like if you've ever watched that documentary on what was it, Hulu, about the chickens and people who go like real serious about it. But like especially with the I Am Samani breeders, they seem to have like a vendetta against backyard breeders. And it's like I sort of understand it from one end where it's like you want to uphold this breed to be like as pure or whatever as you want, but it's also like
Chicken People, yeah, that's what that
right,
documentary was called.
yeah.
Thank you.
Which it was super interesting.
It was a really good documentary. If you haven't watched it, but I don't think it was on Hulu. I think we had to like download some free plugin or something
Okay.
to watch
Yeah.
it. But then if you just Google it, you'll be able to find how to watch it for
Yeah.
free.
It was interesting. But like that's, you know, and there is an element of like diluting the product, I guess, if you have a bunch of people out there breeding, you know, less than perfect I Am Samanis, but also like, you know, just try to make chickens more accessible to people. Like there's people who want cool breeds of chicken that can't afford, you know, $100 for 3 eggs. You know, and there's some people who like sell their eggs for that much.
Or
I
like
think
$50 per chick.
right, or $100. I think one of them was $100 per straight run chick, which is just wild. You know, we're not aiming to be any of those people.
No.
We're
I guess. There are 3 dogs, so we have to get off the couch 3 separate times to let them all in individually. They can't all come in at the same time. Mine were 4 for 20 from Tractor Supply, but not I Am Samanis. Like, and if they were, you should have bought way more than 4. Resold them. Oh, honeybees? Wait, what?
Bug farmer. Somebody asked what bugs.
Oh, what bugs? Oh, so Bug Farmer, we should tell you what's going on with our honeybees, and you should give us some advice.
Well,
Do you have?
it's already done, but we can certainly get his opinion.
Yeah.
Their opinion.
Okay, so we have bees. We have the swarm that we overwintered successfully, so hooray, hooray. And then we put that swarm, because we're moving, we put that swarm at my mom's house, who, you know, nice wildflower meadow, big trees and stuff, nice yard. So we went over, saw the hive very full, decided we were going to split it, had to get our other boxes. By the time we got back, we think that
Probably swarmed.
they had probably swarmed already. So we found a bunch of capped queen cells, put queen cells in one hive, bought a queen, put the queen in the cage with the sugar thing, in the other hive. Open up the hives a week later, no queens in sight, not from either hive. No new eggs, no new larvae, no new brood.
But more and more queen cells.
Yeah.
So what we did was we got one more new queen, and I went through and removed all of the queen cells from both hives, stuck the queen in the bottom box, and then took the top box, put it on top with a piece of newspaper in between, and So hopefully we recombine into the new hive and we'll be all good.
It's been such a pain in the foot year for beekeeping,
Yep.
and we need to get. Speaking of things that need to be number one on the list, we need to get into the hives.
Yep.
Because we have 3 other hives. Anyway, hopefully we did the right thing. We're trying to do the best that we can with the bees, but it's been a hard year for us for beekeeping.
And they've been throwing some challenges at us this year.
Sunny's Place, could you either message us on Instagram or just put it here who your neighbor is if they raise I am Samanis? Do you know if they sell hatching eggs? I wouldn't mind a few more.
What?
Because we can't just have one hen. How about this? How about
See, okay, so real quick. So one of the reasons why I wanted to, and I told this to Catherine, to only do 48 eggs from what we have there is because inevitably she's going to want to get more hatching eggs.
here's
So
a
you heard
compromise.
it here first.
Here's a compromise.
You can incubate as many eggs as you want. That's the compromise.
You heard it here first. Can I? He said, mm-hmm. I don't know if the microphone picked it up. Say it one more time.
Plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability, my ass. It's on camera. Best
Can't say
reason
ass on
ever.
YouTube.
I think you can. You can't swear in the first 10 minutes of a video. But sorry, we try to be family friendly. Anywho,
Ass.
is the Green Fire Genetics? Yeah. So Mulberry Branch. I personally know nothing about that, but our farmer friend Lily, who gave us this rooster, that's apparently where her genetics come from. So this rooster, he's so handsome. But we tried to. It's like a big thing about like their tongue being black.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday we tried to like grab him out of the coop to get a picture of his tongue because farm friend Lily wanted to see the picture of the tongue. And while I was trying to catch him, his girlfriend flew out the coop and like she went running at our like super overgrown 3-year-old raspberry patch and we like couldn't see her, prickers everywhere. It was a mess. She's dark. It was dark. And then Pebbles noticed something amiss. So Pebbles came over to try to start to help. A ghost?
It's probably next door.
Oh, okay. So Pebbles came over to try to help and like rushes the raspberry patch and the chicken goes, oh no, and runs to
So
the
far.
clear opposite side of the property. And Pebbles is after her like a bullet. And we are like screaming at Pebbles, no, 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 no. And Pebbles is like, if
Yes,
you
yes,
guys
yes,
never
yes,
heard
yes.
that word before in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm like leaping over the alpaca fence, trying to get her. Pebbles goes charging right through it because she's still small enough to squeeze in. And finally this hen is like, okay, I guess I'd rather be caught by this lady than this freaking monster of a dog.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Anyway.
Green Fire Genetics good, black tongue unknown.
Well, we saw it. It's gray because we looked at it.
Did we?
Yeah, remember?
I forget.
Yeah, when you first brought him home.
How long until chickens start laying eggs? 8 months? 6 months? It depends a little bit on the breed and the time of year.
Yeah, so chicks that we hatch now will probably be more like 8 months because as they get into winter, they would have started laying less anyway.
But if you just got your chicks from Tractor Supply, they're probably really good laying breeds, so maybe sooner. Maybe I've heard people say like 3 months.
Yeah, something like that. I can never remember.
Yeah, it depends a little bit on the breed.
I'll tell you what. These silk Easter eggers,
They're holding out.
0.
Yeah.
Freeloading.
And when did we get them?
Long time ago.
February?
Long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm ready for some
Yeah.
call blimey Easter eggs.
Mulberry Branch, our neighbor heard us screaming at the dog and like came out to like make sure everything was okay. And like by the time I had the chicken, I was so winded because I don't exercise, but I had just done like more sprinting than I've ever done in my life, and it was a disaster. Do you feed them gravel for their gizzards? No. But if you're concerned about that, I mean, I feel like
You give them oyster shell or something.
oyster shell, but if you would use a good layer pellet, that's very balanced nutrition for them. But I've heard people put like sand in the coops for them to help with their. But we've never had any problems just feeding layer pellets, all the food scraps, and like whenever we like weed in the yard, we give them chicken salad.
Chicken salad means like the weeds and stuff, not like actual
Right.
chicken salad.
The punny kind of chicken salad.
Honey,
Camera makes it look like the house is sinking.
because it's on an angle.
Yeah, so the sorry, our tripod doesn't have like an attachment for the phone, so we have two, like a kale wrap rubber band and like some other miscellaneous rubber band holding the phone up. Also, we're the Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
New to chickens. I think if you're new to chickens, I think one thing, like, you have to keep them safe, but beyond that, they're gonna be okay, right? Like, you feed them layer pellets, give them water. They should have a house to live in and a run. But as long as you don't have a predator attack them, chickens are pretty hardy and pretty easy in our experience. Like, there's things that could go wrong, but as long as you're taking care of them, they'll be okay. Bees are so much harder than chickens.
And I mean, things do go wrong with chickens every once in a while.
But bees are so much harder. Victor, are you still here? What the fuck?
Your language.
Ouch! Can you grab my laptop?
I got your
Okay. Victor,
Victor.
save us!
Yeah. Also, don't tell Jess about this.
No, I know. She's fine. Everything is fine.
Everything is fine. Bees do hurt more. That's true.
That's true, yeah.
Yes.
Our very first day installing bee packages, I got stung in the face. Nice welcome into beekeeping.
Yeah, and this year I got the crap stung out of my hands.
Yeah.
That was not fun.
Great Danes hurt more, too.
Yes. But they're also free.
And bees are so much more expensive than chickens. Like, you said you got 4 chicks for $20 from Tractor Supply. And I mean, you need to house them and stuff, but
Bees, it just never ends.
beekeeping is so expensive. It's really bothersome.
Bothersome. It is bothersome.
Thinks it's a lapdog. Yeah, that's also bothersome.
This dog in general is.
And she's like a full contact snuggler. She like needs to be fully contact 24/7.
Ant farm. There we go. We'll start an ant farm.
What did that chat from M say? I couldn't quite read it. Are those camo snapback hats going to be available in the store?
That was a.
It's going to fall and break.
You're fine. That's fine. That's a. As of right now, that's a one of one. Only John has that hat.
But if you want a white and black hat and you want to email us, we could send you one.
Yeah.
Because I just saw 2 the other day, right?
In,
Number
yeah,
1.
in my drawer.
Yeah. So if you want one of the more normal white and black hats, send us an email. We'll
And
send
I think
you one.
maybe one of these days we'll look into doing something that's not Teespring. What's that other one?
Well, we
everybody likes.
should talk to them and see if they want to set something up that we could do some small.
Like on demand.
Is that moonshine? No, it was water with strawberries in it.
The mason jars hold so much more water.
Yeah, if you drank this amount of moonshine, you'd probably die.
I would definitely die. I'm a lightweight. So.
Okay. So Mulberry Branch Farm goes live in 3 minutes, unless she doesn't this week.
Yeah, Sweet Pea was unsure of that also. Excuse me.
Well, I know.
Usually they do.
Yeah, she
If
said
she's
she
on,
had
she would.
like chores and stuff that she needed to do, but she did them during our live stream, so she's probably getting ready for hers right now. Okay. Victor.
She's like this all the time.
Oh, we are. Okay, Mulberry Branch goes live in 2 minutes, so anybody who is interested.
Check them out.
Oh, Sunny's Place Farm Alarm is the channel I was talking about. That's your neighbor who does the I'm Samanis.
Farm alarm. You smell. Ugh.
Okay, so everybody have a super good night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
I don't know how to do it from here. Whoa.
Yes. Top right.
Jessica, your chance. Tell Victor.